What is up everyone, I am Demon Cringe, and ladies and gentlemen, today I got some pretty hilarious news for you guys and gals. Now get this, so one of our favorite idiot groups that we all love to laugh at so much has something to say about the character Bo Peep in Toy Story 4 and all that. Of course, that group is none other than PETA. Yes, everyone. You know, folks, I'm pretty much just sitting here reading this article and just thinking to myself, why the hell does this group still exist? I mean, come on. Like, why? Like, seriously, we all remember their ridiculous antics from years and years ago. Like, remember when Assassin's Creed Black Flag was coming out and PETA was like, oh my god, you know, you're whaling, you're abusing those digital pixelated whales, oh my god. And of course, now in 2019, it looks like these morons are at it again, trying to fish for even more attention. Well, PETA, you got more attention, but it's not the kind that you actually wanted. So, without further ado, let us get into this stupidity right here. So the article is called Bo Peep Needs to Kick Ass for Sheep, says PETA, and honestly, that title is, they wanted it to rhyme, but it basically just ends up looking like something that was cobbled together by a 5-year-old. So it says, Bo Peep will return to the Toy Story franchise with a modern new look for his final film, and PETA is calling on the director Josh Cooley to complete the character's transformation by retiring her crook, because of course they would. A tool that's historically used to hook lambs by the legs and neck in the wool industry, much as the bull hook, now widely banned, is used to jab and pull elephants in the circus. Saying, quote, a badass Bo Peep will likely bop the shearers and not the sheep, writes PETA manager of animals in film and television Lauren Thomason. A symbol of domination is a thing of the past and is not something that belongs in Toy Story 4. Won't you please consider removing Bo Peep's crook from the final animation? And there you have it, folks. PETA's divine intelligence shows yet again. Yeah, if you don't know what a crook looks like, it's this, you know, long curved stick that shepherds use to instruct sheep to not veer too far from the herd, because they might be, I don't know, slaughtered by coyotes or something. And you know, folks, I can just imagine PETA actually writing a new article about an upcoming movie where one of the characters is a dog owner and they use a leash, and they're gonna be like, oh my god, well, a leash is a sign of dominance over the animal. Oh my god, we shouldn't show that. Please consider removing the leash from the dog. Oh yeah. And yes, everyone, if any are wondering, they did actually include the full letter that they sent to the director. I'll of course be reading through it, and it is pretty funny as well as being very hypocritical, I gotta say. So be sure to get some popcorn, because this is gonna be a laugh and a half. So the letter reads, Dear Mr. Cooley, greetings from PETA. Many of our more than 6.5 million members and supporters worldwide have loved the Toy Story franchise since its inception. Being the first fully computer-generated feature film, it paved the way for computer animation and digital technologies to replace wild animals who would otherwise be exploited for the big screen. Oh boy. I'm contacting you today about Bo Peep's new look. Given that she was designed to have a modern look, why hasn't she lost that outdated and cruel crook? You may have noticed that these shepherd's crooks are used solely to hook a sheep's neck and force these gentle animals to move. That isn't something a progressive Bo Peep with a countenance in 2019. A badass Bo Peep would likely bop the shearers, not the sheep. And of course, in this next part of the letter, you can definitely see the huge amounts of hypocrisy coming from this goddamn group. It says, at PETA, we're working hard to change the way people regard and treat animals, including sheep. Our exposés are heartbreaking and show that sheep are routinely punched, kicked, dragged, stomped on, and sworn by the workers that are paid to work quickly and remove a lot of wool in a short amount of time, as you can see here. Surely you can arrange that a symbol of domination over any animal is a thing of the past and does not belong in Toy Story 4. Would you please consider removing Bo Peep's crook from the final animation? Okay, PETA, look, of course I do gotta agree with you that there is obvious cruelty in the farming industry and it should be exposed and stopped, but at the same time, you guys are also doing your fair share of animal cruelty, you know? I do believe that you have been exposed to paying certain people to torture animals in order to expose certain things. And of course I do remember that the amazing individuals known as Penn Teller did a episode of their show Bullshit on You, where they exposed you for your massive amounts of euthanasia, even though you don't say that you put animals down and all that. I can go on for hours and hours, but you know, it's pretty much a dead horse at this time. No pun intended. And of course the letter finishes off with this lovely little excerpt where they try to butter up the director by saying, we know that kind people everywhere would sing your praises and Bo Peep's too with this change. Thank you so much for your consideration. I look forward to hearing your thoughts. Best regards, Lauren Thomason, manager, Animals in Film and Television, PETA. If I was Mr. Cooley in this regard, I would basically just read the letter, you know, it says from PETA, just rip it up and throw it in the garbage, because that's pretty much where this whole goddamn group belongs. Well, everyone, that about wraps it up. That's all we have for today, and I do gotta say that this has been pretty funny and all that. PETA are at it again, trying to fish for more attention, but they're not getting it in the way that they wanted to, you know? Again, like I said, there is, of course, cruelty in the farming industry, which I do agree with PETA. It does have to be exposed and stopped, but this group is basically a cancer, honestly, and all that. I mean, these people have basically been exposed to doing the exact same crap that the exposed factory farms are doing and all that. So yeah, they pretty much got no leg to stand on with this. So yeah, for some people this may actually seem like it's straight out of left field, but anyone who remembers years and years ago, PETA were of course ranting and raving about how in Assassin's Creed Black Flag you were able to kill virtual and pixelated whales, and how this is cruel and disgusting and blah 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 blah. Obviously they would do something as stupid as this. Anyway, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, press the bell icon, and if you wish to support me in a different way, my Patreon link is in the description below. And as always, I am Demon Cringe, and I'll be seeing you guys else in the next video.